All right. So, like we said, we are super excited for the season. This means a lot to Cody and I, and we are just really passionate about the game of Survivor and about making this an amazing experience for you guys. So know that we are your #1 allies at all times. So we are going to go ahead and divide you guys into tribes.
All right, so first tribe, your name is Saffron. So first tribe is Avery, Trey, Amy, Maggie, Ronnie, Josie, and Mark.
The second tribe is Arinaria, and that tribe is Ari, Justin, Zeke, Nicole, Sarah, Liv, and John.
This season we are gonna have 3 tribes. So third tribe, your name is Gazania, and rounding out this tribe is Jamie, B, Jake, Nico, Rob, Danera, and Julia.
We are super, super, super pumped for this season. Cody, I think there's something else you have to share.
One of the big twists we're gonna unleash on you guys this season. I know everybody loves a good twist, so we're gonna include the coin twist. And so basically there's gonna be opportunity for you to earn coins throughout the game. And what you do with your coins, totally up to you. You can hoard them for yourselves, you can pull with other players, you can possibly buy things with them. And so as of now, we're actually going to be very nice to y'all and start you all off with 5 coins.
Yay!
I just love Survivor. It's as an anthropologist, I just love the social aspect, and that's how I play. I'm a social player, and I love just like see how other people play.
Coming into the game, I'm not going to be really loyal to anyone. I'm super competitive, and I hate to lose. I'm not a good loser. I don't do it well. It's not a good look on me.
Stay alive. Form alliances. So whatever you're gonna do to stay alive. Truthfully, I told him I was gonna be truthful, open book. I am. Even though it hurts my game, I'm gonna stay true to my word and everything.
I think my confidence is going to get in my way. Ultimately.
This is the sort of game where people aren't really going to ask each other right away if people are talking. So I feel like if I get in good with everyone, then I'll be safe for the first little while.
You know what? I'm in this to win us.
My tribe seems so sweet. It's cute. Wonder how long this is gonna last, but everyone's super positive.
Having a blast with my tribe. Saffron is going places, let me tell you. I've gotten a lot of good vibes from a lot of people on the tribe. Personally, have a little bit of an alliance going with Trey, Avery, and Maggie. I'm hoping that they have my back as I have theirs. A little bit worried potentially about Ronnie. He's done a couple of these before, so I feel like he's got some experience that I want to look out for. But overall, really great vibes on our tribe. We don't plan on losing this immunity or anytime soon, so I don't think we're going to have to be voting out anybody just yet.
So I'm liking my tribe. I like where I think we're going to stand here. So I think I'm gonna be good with Josie, I think is her name. Her and I have been talking a lot. Pick one person who I think I'm gonna like do well with, you know? Like I just get a good first impression vibe and I just stick with them until the end. Like they're my #1, I go to them, it's day 1, I can just talk with them, like it just makes things easy, you know? So Mark is that person this time.
Firstly, I formed an alliance of 4, which I wasn't initially planning on doing because that puts me in a more of a leadership position than what I would want, but it was a good way to kind of get myself in the majority. But I'm still a little skeptical of a lot of people, aka everyone in that alliance, because I'm like, they could easily do this and this and this, because I've analyzed all the situations, you know? Analyze everybody. And I just don't. I'm a little skeptical, but it's okay. And they should also be skeptical of me, just saying, because I have formed alliances with people outside of the alliance. So I'm being a hypocrite, but that is my game. I'm deceitful. You do not know that, though. I'm supposed to play the naive game, and I don't know if I did a great job of completing that today because I put myself in the leadership position. But yeah, I don't know. They have another thing coming for them.
Moving forward, I just want to continue to talk to my tribe. Like I said, everyone seems really friendly, seems really cool. I like everyone. There's no one that I dislike. There's also, with that being said, there's also no one that I'm feeling super connected with.
The one person that I'm interested in forming an alliance with that I haven't already is Ronnie. He's been really quiet, and I don't know if that's because he's busy, or I have no idea if he's been talking to the whole tribe except for me. I'm interested to see how Amy's doing as well. I don't know who she's been speaking with. No one in my alliance has mentioned to me that they've been talking with Amy. But me and Amy have a few things in common. You know, she's a little bit older than I am, but, you know, she's normal. She's nice.
It's a lot of different ages, and just everyone is so different, and I love it, and I'm super excited to see how this plays out.
Oh my goodness, so like whenever I figured out I was one of the youngest people on my tribe, I was like freaking out. But thankfully Avery, who's 17, who is the youngest person in the game and on my tribe, thankfully we're like buddies now, and we're vibing because we are the youngest people on the tribe, and I think we get each other the most.
It seems as if we're off to some good footing here with the Arenaria tribe.
So I'm really enjoying the season so far. This is definitely my favorite org that I've been a part of. The only thing that's making me a little paranoid right now is not being added to any alliance chats or anything. So I feel like there might be some stuff going on that I'm not aware of. But also I've been talking a lot to my tribe mates, and it seems like we all got along super well. So it's going to be pretty hard to pick someone for the first vote. But hopefully we'll win the challenge, so we don't have to vote anyone out now.
I hope because I'm the oldest person, or one of the old person, looks like I'm the oldest person on this season. I hope they don't think like, oh, he's trying to be the father and make decisions.
I have told Nicole that I have played before, and I told her that if she sticks with me, we probably can get pretty far. I'm pretty confident with that. So hopefully she wants to stay with me. I'm really hoping. She's new. She seems like she would want to work with me, so I'm hoping that stays.
I have been trying to be really, really social with everyone, and that first day, I had a few people reach out to me for alliances, so it worked out pretty well. I have one with Nicole, Ari, and Sarah, and I have one with John, Justin, and Nicole. So that kind of puts me and Nicole together a little bit. So we've actually been talking a lot. We decided our little alliance, just the two of us, would have a little name. We picked the Shinigamis.
I'm so excited about Zeke. Like, I feel like I've really made a friend, and it's weird because there's a 10-year age difference between us, but like we have so many common interests, and like I don't know, he's cool to talk to, and I just hope I'm not getting played.
I went on an idol hunt the other day, and that was actually super fun. I found this weird tree, or like a suspect or out of place tree, but I couldn't reach it because the weather or the waves were crashing against the shore or something, and I couldn't climb it. It was too scary or something. So I have to wait till a day with better weather to go back to see what in the tree, or maybe there's nothing there, and I'm just going to waste another idol.
So yeah, idol search. I searched for an idol this morning. I did not find it, but I found a clue. So I have an idea of where to look. I've been researching. It says pink, red, yellow, blue, nothing has ever rang more true, or pretty close to that. So I've been looking up things, and I have an idea of where I want to look. I think I was actually pretty close to the right track, because I was looking in the cathedral and saying ring true, like there's bells in the cathedral, and I saw a picture of a stained glass window that had red, pink, yellow, and blue, so I might search there tomorrow. I have to do some more research to know for sure.
I found an idol clue. So I'm hoping that I can I went back to where I found the clue, kind of close by to there, because they said it was really close in the hint. So I'm like looking around. I just said that I would take some weird medicine from some random guy and a cow. So hopefully I don't get medically evac for that one.
Feel pretty good in the game. We've made a 4-person majority alliance within our group of 7. So that feels like we're in a safe spot. It was kind of my strategy to enter the game and just right away try to make that core majority alliance, so I'm glad we were able to do that.
First off, I continue to be sketched out by Ari. Yesterday, I messaged Ari, just making small talk about his profile picture. We go back and forth a little bit, and then he just comes right out and is like, so do you want to be in an alliance? And, you know, I will not say no to an alliance, you know. So, of course, I'm like, yes, I love this. This is so great. I feel so good about this. And then he reads it and doesn't reply. So then he says, so have you looked for an idol today? Now, I had, and I feel like there's no point in lying about that, right? We're probably all looking for idols. And I say, yeah, I have. Have you? Nothing. He reads it and doesn't respond. Okay. So I answer your question. Yes, I looked for an idol, and you don't respond when I ask it back, but then you'll just talk about something else. Like, it's so sketchy. I'm so sketched out by this guy. But he is in one of my alliances, and so, you know, keep your friends close. I wouldn't say he's my enemy, but I'm keeping an eye on him.
We had a 4-person alliance with Ari, Nicole, Zeke, and me. It just seems like Ari, he's so like in left field. Like, I try to talk to him, he kind of gives me very short answers, and Nicole's saying the same thing, and so is John. So it's sad because it's like we were gonna work together, but now it's like I don't know. So we also made another alliance with John and Nicole. So we're in the middle of 2, which is fine. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll add Zeke in on there. We'll kind of see what happens with that.
Nicole actually did find a clue to the idol, which is really good. And her sharing that with me kind of confirms that I think we trust each other pretty well, which we honestly sort of has to, because where we ended up in two separate alliances with each other.
It just feels really good to have somebody that I trust and who trusts me, and I have Sarah too, and I know she trusts me wholeheartedly, but unfortunately I just can't tell her everything. You know, you can only have one number one, and it was already established with Zeke before we chatted today. It moves so fast, you know, it's just like blink and you miss it, because honestly I had my eye on Sarah right away.
I just had my very first talk with my tribe. I'm really excited. I really like all of them, actually. It's gonna be really hard to vote people out because of that. My first initial feelings towards everyone, I really liked Jake. He seems super nice and he loves Survivor, and I feel that passion in him, and I just feel like an immediate trust to his kind of personality. I think it really jives well with mine. I also feel that way about Nikolai. I really think that Nikolai and I could get along really well.
Our tribe definitely had a great time talking and getting to know each other. I really connected with Danara. We have a lot of the same interests. Oh, Danara, I'm so sorry. Danara, she said that she wanted to work with me. I said I wanted to work with her, and the same with Nikolai. And I was talking to Nikolai, and he's like, I feel good with you and Danara. And I'm like, perfect, because I feel the best with those two at this point.
I think Danara and myself are seen as kind of universal people that everybody wants to work with. Julia has reached out, Bee's reached out, and then each person that I talk to, Jake, Rob, Jamie, everybody, when I talk to them about who do you see yourself working with, I do see Danara's name coming up often, and obviously they're telling me that they want to work with me.
I think Jake and Nikolai are aligned pretty closely. I'd say they're probably pretty tight.
Jake seems like a really nice, strong, independent woman, and I really respect that about her. At first, she kind of scared me a little, just because I felt like she might be even too strong for me. I might seem too much like a little kid, kind of. So I'm really excited that she messaged me and wanted to team up and make an alliance right away, or even just look out for each other.
I feel like I have a pretty good feeling about Dee and Nico. I feel like they're going to be some strong members of an alliance with me.
3 hours is just too much. I think honestly a lot of our tribe is a little worried about trying to make connections, which is valid. It's our first day, and we are trying to figure out who is trustworthy, who is here for, the right reasons, and who we can really count on in terms of voting. Beyond that, I didn't really get a whole lot from Julia. She was there, obviously she was doing her thing, but she was very much just like a participant as opposed to really doing a whole lot of contributing to the conversation that we were all having as a group. And so I'm a little worried as to what that means for her gameplay moving forward.
Jamie seems great. We didn't get to talk to her as long. Julia, I definitely could see us pulling her in as a fourth. I like Julia.
I'm also getting a very desperate vibe from Jake. I'm worried about whether he is able to actually make hard decisions. It seems like he's mentally there, but I'm worried if his heart is in it.
Rob might lack perception sometimes, and I think he's definitely going to be vocal about things. So I don't know how I feel yet about him.
Robert seems very smart. He seems like he has a lot of knowledge that he's willing to share, but also at the same time, like his personality kind of seems to be a little bit overtaking. He's a little bit too much. I just don't think in real life we would be great friends.
I think I got a really good vibe off of Jamie. And I say that because she and I are the two oldest members of the tribe, which is a little weird. I'm only 29, which isn't that old. Jamie's, I think, 27. I think if I were to really break it down, right now, my top three are going to be Jamie and Nikolai and myself. As of now, it's really a Jamie and Nikolai game for me. I do get a sense from Jamie that she's as skeptical about Jake and Julia as I am. So if it ever does come down to a vote, hopefully that means that we are able to at least stick together and have a voting block where we can maybe bring Nikolai in and take either Jake or Julia or potentially BB out, depending on how the challenge goes.
Robert thinks that we're in an alliance together, and I cannot stand him already. I don't know if it's because he likes to hear himself talk.
I have been having conversations with most everyone in the tribe. There's a couple people like Rob and Jamie haven't really talked that much, but me and Julia are really close and tight, and I think she's probably my number one ally right now. And we're kind of both feeling we're kind of on the bottom, just because she's the youngest on our tribe, and obviously since I didn't have time to do the video chatting, so it kind of puts me up behind.
I wish Julia could have talked more because she seemed really quiet. I mean, understood because Robert was kind of overpowering in the conversation, so it was kind of hard to hear anyone else. But I really hope I get to know her more because I don't want to have to vote her out just because she's the person that I know the least. So we'll see how it goes.
I really don't know where I stand with anyone except B. At this point in the game, she's the only person that I trust completely.
I talked to B about idol hunting. She did lie to me, so that was a fun time knowing and realizing the first time that someone lied to me. I'm sure someone else has at this point, but it was nice catching a lie and recognizing it and knowing that I didn't have to call it out.
We got our first challenge tomorrow, and I'm really excited. I am doing the gamer with Nico, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's been a long day one, and looking forward to the next 38.
Last night, Dinara told me that Rob said that he couldn't tell exactly how he felt about me, whether I was genuine or performing. So that was very interesting.
Everyone's trying to talk about who wants to do what for the challenge, and I offer to do the wall sit because I'm an athlete. I try to stay in shape, And Robert chimes right in afterwards and says he wants to do it. And then he sends me a private message. He's like, hey, I really want to do wall sit, but if you want to do it, it's cool, it's cool. I'm like, okay, if you really want to do it, that's you. But if he drops out first and he's the reason we end up losing going to tribal, that is definitely something I will be bringing up to everyone.
Woo! Let me tell you, the gamer chat. Simple task. Figure out what time you guys want to get together. Simple. It's simple. It's a simple task. What time do you want to get together? Seems that we could not figure out what time to get together. We just couldn't make a decision. So I said 10:30 Eastern time. That's when we're doing it. Concrete. 10:30 Eastern time. I'll see you guys then. Because nobody can make a decision. I hope this is not how the rest of the season will go. We'll see.
Checking in at the scene of the infamous wall sit, in which I sadly was defeated, but kudos to Ari, what a job.
For my part of the immunity challenge, it went well. The wall sit was challenging, but got it done. I'm a little bit worried. I didn't really want to show everything I can do. And I feel like I kind of just put a big target on my back in doing so. But what can you do? I think the win is a priority at this point, and I'll just try to limit the target on my back going forward. But it's been solid so far. No complaints here.
I don't think we're going to have to go to tribal council this first night, because I feel really good about everyone's portion of the challenge except for mine, because I got no questions right in trivia. But I think John did really well. He says on the mastermind game, our flag looks super well that Sarah and Nicole worked on. It sounds like our guys did pretty good in apples to apples, and I mean, Ari watching Ari in the wall sit was actually just fantastic. That was such a blast.
If we go to tribal, there's one person Zeke and I aren't in an alliance with, and that's Olivia. I don't want to lose her because there's only 3 women on our tribe, and I really don't want to lose one of them first. But at the same time, we'll be keeping everybody happy and still have our 2 alliances, and then we're in a good spot if we end up going to a swap. So, oh my god, an ant just bit me! Sorry. Ugh, it's like I'm really on Survivor. Okay, anyway, dang, little jerk.
When it said that there was a superfan portion of the challenge, I know that I know a lot of trivia, just pointless things about Survivor. Like I can name off the boot order and who was in what alliance and whatever and who won this challenge. And so I volunteered and nobody else really stepped up to do it. And they were like, you do it. And as the conversation was going on with all of us, they were like, oh, Jake, you're the perfect one to do this. And they're like, you're going to win this superfan. And which it made me feel really good and had confidence. And at the same time, I'm like, oh boy, I hope I don't let them down. But I really do think I'm going to probably win it.
Rob was super insistent on the fact that he could do the wall sit challenge for like at least 3 minutes, and then I was like, you only went for like maybe a minute and a half, but he was like super adamant about doing it, and I'm like, if he lost that challenge and then I somehow either tie or win for my challenge and I go home, I'm gonna be a little irritated. Like, I'm not saying I'm great at everything and like whatever, but I would never volunteer to do something I didn't think I could actually do confidently.
So, the challenges, I mean, Jake did really well, and I think B might have done well, I don't know. But the rest of us, we sucked. And tomorrow, when they present the flag to the judges, we're definitely going to tribal council. I mean, and I even tried to be nice about it and being like, yo, can we be more creative? And they're just like, sure, we'll add some colors to our names. Okay. So, yeah. Rob is throwing, oh my god. You know, it's Survivor at home, you're gonna get my animals. Rob is throwing out B's name because she's an easy vote, and I don't like that. I don't like like that. So
Hey, Trey, you got second. That's pretty good. Those questions were really hard. I'm really glad he ended up going up. He did really well.
Challenge went terribly. It was so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. It's okay. My ego is not depleted of its goodness. What does that even mean? I don't know. But I was supposed to make people laugh, which I'm normally good at, right? Because I guess, funny sometimes if I'm lucky. But my comedic skills clearly did not come out to play tonight because the age gap was real. I was throwing so many funny jokes in there. I was laughing at myself, but nobody else got the references. And that's okay. It's fine. I'm fine.
I don't know what happened to Ronnie. He disappeared hour and 50 minutes ago or something like that, about 2 hours ago. I don't know where he's been, but that's gonna cost him a little bit in the game further on.
I don't think we're gonna have to come to that point of voting someone off tonight. If I absolutely had to choose, I would probably choose to vote off Ronnie just because I have talked to him the least. But like I said, I want to get to know him more because I think that he could be valuable.
Going into the last leg of these challenges, I am feeling so nervous. And I'm really scared that if we don't win, it might be me going home tonight.
All these games are so close. Right now, someone said it's tied 4-4-4. Everyone's doing so good. It's tight competition, but the positivity vibes that are coming from our group chat is incredible. I love our tribe.
Right now, we are waiting for the results of the last two portions of our first immunity challenge to come back, which has had some ups and downs for the Gazania tribe. We started off with Rob in the wall sit, who lasted less than a minute. I think we're all kind of facing the real possibility that we're not going to make up the points that we need in order to get the win. I've really only heard two people's names tossed out. The first one of those is B, and that was tossed out by Rob. The other name that is being tossed out is Rob. I think some people over the first phone call for 3 hours found that he tried to dominate the conversation, and the fact that he compared himself to Colton is concerning to Jake and myself, if I'm being honest. I don't see myself wanting to work with a Colton down the line.
the person I am in an alliance with is Rob. And I'm gonna fucking blindside him. Day 2, and I'm stirring shit up. I'm excited.
I didn't think that I would actually be wanting to go to tribal, but in my head, I just keep chanting, tribal, 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 because I want to get rid of the people I need to get rid of. We have a great tribe, but it's more on the lines of I need to know who I can trust now, in case we end up just beasting through all the challenges, and then we get to a tribe swap. I don't know if I can trust these people. So I need this test of tribal, so I'm really hoping we can go to it tonight.
I think I'm good with Maggie, I'm good with Amy, I'm good with Avery, I'm good with Ronald or Ronnie, I'm good with I think I have a good relationship with everyone. Making a unanimous vote is the best, and for the first vote it's pretty easy. I hope it's not too hard. And if it is, damn.
I love it in the group chat how Ronnie writes, does someone want the coin? No one's gonna call out Ronnie, oh I want the coin. If anyone calls that out, they completely put a target on themselves. No one's gonna call that out.
There's no one that I feel loyalty towards as of yet. I mean, this could change throughout the game. I could become part of some sort of ride or die alliance, but right now and throughout the game, if someone needs to go for me to stay and for me to go forward and for me to win the game, then they need to go. There's zero question about that. I'm not going to let someone stick around or stay around that is a potential big threat to me.
I have all these numbers lined up in my head, and Ronnie, I think you're the first one gone. Maybe. I'll try to make it happen. Maybe. I'm a little... actually, I don't know yet. I'm deciding.
Avery, I don't really know if I want to keep an alliance with her that long because she's not someone I can talk strategy with like I can with Trey or Maggie. Maggie's a new person that I've been talking to. She seems down to an alliance, but I don't know if I trust her that much. I trust her even less than Trey.
Well, based on the way people are responding, timing, and how everyone's answers miraculously match up, I think there's dang it. I think there was already a group formed, I'm not in it, and I might very well be about to be voted out. Or it's running, so that would be cool. Anyone besides me, and oops.
1 minute to like tribal council. I'm like freaking out right now. Really hoping it goes how they say it's gonna go, but you never know in Survivor.
Welcome to the first Tribal Council. Here with us we have Tribe Saffron, who came in 3rd place in the Tribal Immunity Challenge. We'll go ahead and start with our first question for Avery. So, obviously you can't play in an online game of Survivor without being somewhat of a huge fan. What does it mean for you to be competing right now? Is there anything you feel like you have to do differently in this version as opposed to being on an actual island?
I think I'm kind of just like learning as I go. Like this is very exciting for me because as like a lifelong fan of the show, like I've been watching, I don't know, since I was like 8 or something like that. Not too long, but I think that it's definitely just more so exciting, and I'm doing it to kind of see like what I'm good, what I'm bad at, and just to get like a feel for it. Because I definitely want to play the real game, like eventually. So it's just good experience and like a nice, I don't know, starting point to see where I go. And in terms of like how my game would change, I truthfully don't know yet because it's just the beginning.
Amy, do you feel like alliances have formed yet, or do you feel like your tribe is united overall?
Good question. First of all, this was the fastest approximately hour and a half of my life before this tribal. So it'll be interesting to see how things shake out, but I feel like it's a pretty unified vote. But you never know in Survivor, so people could be lying to each other. I am just kind of waiting to see how this looks at the end of the night.
Josie, speaking to Amy's point of unity, how do you feel about your connections in the game, and what about your tribe overall?
I think our tribe has amazing unity. Like before every single like immunity challenge, everyone goes all out for it. Everyone's cheering everyone on. Our tribe just has great vibes overall.
Thank you, Josie. Maggie, what is the first vote of the season based off of? What are you basing your vote off of?
I would say just the general feel of the tribe. I mean, I'm kind of just looking at the statistics side of everything, as in like who I've, talked to the least, or, how the challenges are going. I can't say much about how the challenges are going because, my part of the challenge didn't go as well as I hoped, but, and I hope that won't come back to bite me. Because I know that a lot of other people might be thinking the same way I am. So I kind of am just basing it off of the game that people are playing and how I've seen people play on the real show, how people are getting along with each other, the social aspect, and also what they contribute to the tribe.
So Mark, speaking about competitions, how does it feel to come so close to winning that part of the immunity challenge? What does that mean for the game? How important is competition performance at this early point in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely frustrating because I feel like at this point in the game, you want to just stay strong at this early stage, and I really give kudos to my team. They have my back, but I still feel like I let my team down in that moment because, I didn't get those 3 points, and every point matters at this stage, clearly. But yeah, it's definitely disappointing. But I just hope that we can continue to have that positive mentality as a group together. We are really a strong tribe in that regard, and I see us doing well moving forward. I think this one tribal's a little bit of a hiccup. I don't see us being back here.
Ronnie, what's the advantage of talking to everyone before the first vote? Is there an advantage in not talking to everyone and just talking to a select group of people?
I think for the first vote, you definitely have to try to talk to everyone just to see what's going on, how people are feeling, where their heads are at. And if you are only talking to a select few people, that's really going to kind of isolate yourself and not really give you the as many connections as you possibly could.
Okay, has anyone embraced this tribe leader role? And if yes, did they kind of just fall into that, or did they proclaim themselves as the person in charge?
So I got the coin. I don't know if that's a soft vote for tribe leader, but I don't think there is really a tribe leader going on right now. Like Mark was saying, and like Josie was saying, and like Amy was saying, and like Ronald was saying, and Maggie was saying, and Avery was saying, I feel like there is some sort of tribal unity going on. I feel like after this, I feel like there isn't going to be divisiveness or any sort of fracturing going on, and I don't necessarily think there's any one person who is above someone else, even despite challenge shortcomings or challenge successes. I think we all did our best, and our best is perfectly sound.
I wanna touch on that with Josie. Josie, is there potential for conflict down the road if there is no tribe leader and someone to make, that final important call?
With our tribe, I think with what Trey was saying, our tribe does pretty good of just everyone just voicing their opinions just all together, sort of. Our tribe is the youngest tribe out of everyone. We have the youngest players on them, and by that I think we click a lot better and we understand each other better, and I think we just have a lot of unity. And so a tribe leader, I don't know if we need one, but yeah, that's my take on that.
With that, if no one has any additional comments, it is time to vote. This first vote will be to reward someone immunity from being voted off tonight. So in your host chat, go ahead and vote now for the player you want to receive immunity.
Alright, so this is for the immunity vote. Mark. He is asset physically to the tribe, and we can't afford to lose him. Avery, a token of trust. Mark, he's a beast. Mark pulled through the challenge today. Mark, 2 words, thunder thighs. Mark, that challenge was intense. My immunity vote is for Mark. Mark, he did the best in the challenge and is a really good guy. Alright, so Mark, you have immunity. No one can vote for you tonight. At this time, you may message in your host chat your voting confessional and who you would like to vote out.
So with that, if anybody has an hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do that. No one stands. And first vote, Ronnie. Because I haven't really talked to you, I've talked to you the least, and never got the feeling that you wanted to connect with me.
Amy, sorry, I really like you.
1 vote Ronnie, 1 vote Amy. Next vote, Ronnie. No hard feelings, but you only got 1 point for the team, and we're keeping the team unified with this vote.
2 votes for Ronnie, 1 vote for Amy. Ronnie, it's just where the numbers fell. Sorry I didn't get to know you better.
If the next vote is for Ronnie, Ronnie will be the first person eliminated. Next vote. Ronnie, I love playing with you, but you are too big of a threat in the long run due to your past experience playing. That means that Ronnie, you are the first person eliminated from Survivor Mallorca. The other 2 votes were also cast for Ronnie.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised, but it's okay. I really like all of you guys. You guys are really cool, and if one of you doesn't win, then I'm going to be really upset and really mad at all of you, so.
This is for Ronnie.
Yes!
This is for Ronnie.
Sorry, Ronnie.
Thank you for playing, Ronnie. You were awesome. We're going to miss you.
Bye, guys. It was fun.
Yeah.
So, this tribe talks a lot about unity and being together. Hopefully you can use some of that unity to get yourselves a win in the next immunity challenge.
Well, I was first voted off. How embarrassing is that? But it was really fun to play. I had a great time, and I do wish my tribe the best of luck. They are really great people, and I don't have any grudges towards anyone.